In this problem, I'm gonna be solving 8th grade pre-algebra, solving a one step, and also I'm gonna show how to solve two-step equation. So right now we're gonna be doing one step, solving one step equation. So let's say you're adding x5, x plus 5, and it says whatever x will be is equal to 12. So you have to find an x. So if you say, something, you add x gives you 12, that will be a 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. That is true, but how did you get the 7? The question is, show me how you get the 7. So you have to solve the problem, right? So x plus 5 equal to 12. Find x. So which asking here is to solve x, right? So if I say x plus 5 equal to 12, if I subtracted 5 here, it will cancel out. So you will have only x coming down here. What about the other side? If you subtract it, because we are saying here whatever you have here should be equal whatever you have here, which means whatever you do here you have to do the other side. Okay, that is equal, right? So the things are equal, so whatever you do here you have to do here. So you can do anything here. You can multiply number, you can divide number, you can subtract the number. Whatever you do here you have to do the here too. So now we were asked to find x. So if you subtracted 5 here, right, x plus 5, I subtracted 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. What will I have this side? I will have only x. Since I subtracted 5 here, I have to subtract it here too. 12 minus 5, I got 7, right? 7 plus 5 is 12, and I show my work, right? I show my work. Okay, let's do another one for subtraction. Where here indicate addition, let's make a subtraction. All right, so here is adding, right? Let's make subtraction here. X minus 8 equal to 6. How you will get x? All right, so this is negative, right? 8. What about if I add, right? So what will happen? They cancel. Negative 8 plus 8 is 0, right? 8 minus 8, 0. But you added here. What are you going to do the other side? Always make sure if you see equal here, equal, whatever you do here, you do here. So you add here, you have to add here too. Your x is now 14, right? So 14 minus 8, 6. How did you get 14? Here, your work is here. It shows here. This is how you do the 8th grade for a one step pre-algebra solving an x or y or z or m. The school says here m, or anything, right? To solve variable, also anything a, b, c, d, e, g, x, y, z, it's called variable. To find the variable, this is how you do it. Okay, so we're gonna move now to showing you like what is it called, like solving the another problem, maybe multiplication, right? What about if I multiply any number here? Okay, so let's say I have multiplication 5 times x equal negative 20. How can I solve? So whatever you do here, you do here. But this is multiplication now, where here you subtract it to rip these things off. Here you add it to rip these things off. Now what are you going to do? You're dividing. 5 divided 5 is 1. 1 times x is x. Am I right? What about the Always, if it is times, divide it. If it's division, multiply. If it's addition, subtract. If subtract, add. Always to find the variable, right? So now you divided 5, you have to divide here 2. Whatever you do here, you do here. So negative 20 divided 5, what will be your x, right? It's negative 4 because this is big, negative 4. Let's move to the two steps, right? 2 steps. You have now multiplication and you have addition. Here you have only addition, 1 step. Here you have subtraction, 1 step. Here you have multiplication, 1 step. What do they mean when they say 2 step? You have multiplication and you have addition. Now you do 2 step, right? So let's think things off first, right? If it is addition, you subtract it. 2x plus 7 equal to 5. You subtract 7 here. If you subtract here, you have to subtract here too, right? So what are you gonna get? 2x coming down equal, because this becomes 0, nothing. 5 minus 7, it will be negative 2 because this is big, right? Negative 2. What are you gonna do? Now you have to subtract, right? Negative 2 here. You subtracted now 5 minus 7, you got negative 2. Now the first step gone. Now the second step for multiplication. 2 divided 2, it will be x. If you divide here 2, you have to divide here 2. So you have to divide here also 2. So here you have x and here you have negative 1. So your x here is negative 1, right? Let's do another one that has a negative sign in the front. Minus 5x plus 10 equal to negative 20. First thing first, you have to rip this thing off. You subtract. 10 minus 10 is 0, is gone. If you subtract here, you have to subtract here too. So what is coming down here? Only 5 is gonna come, right? Equal to negative 30, because minus 20 minus 30 become negative 30. So if it is negative 5x here, you only need x. You have to always find x. So you have to divide here negative 5. Negative 5 divided negative 5 is just 1. 1 times x is x. So negative 30 divided negative 5, because you divided here negative 5, you have to divide here too, negative 5. So negative 30 divided negative 5, you're gonna get a 6, right? This is how you find a x, right? Not like, oh, 7 plus 5 is 12, I'm done. You have to show your work. You have to prove it that the way you got is you follow the algebraic order, right? And you do all the steps, right? For example, when is addition, subtracted to get your x. When is subtraction, added to get your x. When is multiplication, divided. When is division, multiply, to get your x coming down. If it is 2 step, first do this way, either you subtract or the add, depend on what they're asking, So, and then if the multiplication divided, this is the practice. Find x. Let's say you have y equal to x plus 12, right? See what you can get, right? See if you can find. So you can say, like, let's say y equal to 4. When y equal to 4, x plus 12, you have to find x.